Alright, hello everyone and welcome to this new PA video. This one is a bit different actually because I am on a voiceover. I was kind of thinking about doing this actually. It's a bit annoying because it's extra work, right? Like this game is 20 minutes and then it's gonna take me twice the amount of time it usually would to upload this video because now I just played the game and I have to review it. But on the bright side, I don't have to focus on the game, which I found really hard to like talk and play at the same time. Like I have to concentrate really hard to try and avoid not saying anything for 2 minutes straight. So yeah, here I am. I'm pretty proud of my setup actually. I found out a way to record directly inside DaVinci Resolve, which is my editing software. So I am looking at the game in my editing software, talking at the same time, and if I ever say something completely stupid, like I don't know, I start talking about Nazis or whatever, you know, politics. Oof, politics, man. Then I can just pause and edit it out and start recording right away. So, about this game, we are on Shorelines again. I feel like I'm always getting this map in ranked, and I think everyone hates it. I don't know, honestly, because I haven't played anyone decent on this map yet. Last video I also played on this map, and I was considering doing a comm walk, so getting extra fabs inside the base and moving my comm out to get some additional control, map control, which is definitely looks like a interesting option on this map because people tend to neglect naval aspect, which is generally a big mistake given that both bases are directly tied to the shorelines. So, oh, maybe that's why it's named Shoreline, huh? Crazy. Anyway, you can just rush T2 like a typhoon and just sprint at the enemy base. And if people go like T2 bots or T2 vehicle, they're pretty much screwed because, like, what's gonna be the typhoon, right? A typhoon and a Leviathan in your base. And so what usually ends up happening is I will overcommit. I mean, not really overcommit, but I will commit to the naval, try to like get control, and the opponent will just not build any naval early, which means they will have a shit ton of units in the mainland, but I can just like get a factory, a bot factory in the rear island and start reclaiming metal, which will eventually balance out the economy that the opponent will have built, except I have naval control, so I'm gonna win. But here, this could be even better because instead of building any vehicle or bot factory on the mainland, I just run with my comm. What ended up happening here, like obviously I'm playing a silver, and silvers are unpredictable, and I didn't scout enough. I don't know if we're gonna see it here. No, barely not, but like this guy has 3 factories. He's going to rush both T2s at the same time, like right now. Like pretty much now, he started building T2 bots and T2 vehicles simultaneously, which is like beyond stupid, but you know, whatever. Which is why this game lasted for like, sorry, 20 plus minutes when it really shouldn't. Yeah, and so what ended up happening, so here I'm just checking if he has anything to contest my control on the rear island, which I guess he does not. But what I ended up doing with my comm is I was a bit too greedy. I wanted to build some factories and then push into his proxies, because like he's expanding on the right side. You know, there's a little puddle in the middle of the mainland, and he's like, we saw his fabs were expanding on the right side, so I can anticipate that he's going to have like a few factories around the center. And with comm, like it's great to like get some metal, but the ideal situation, like the most optimal situation if you're comm walking, is like you expand right into enemy expansion, because like what can be the comm if you don't have T2, right? except a horde of boombots. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Except a horde of boombots, which you can just like scout out with air. And also like the fact that there's water pretty much everywhere means if my commander gets in a tricky situation, I can just get him underwater and he will be safe. And then the only thing that can beat him is like 25 bombers hover bombing over him, which is improbable, and I have full naval control, so he's not gonna send like fucking 50 narwhals? No, Barracuda is the name of the submarine. So yeah, I ended up being greedy because I should have ran into his proxy right away with my car, but I still wanted to put a proxy vehicle like where he's right now. And I also like wanted to build some metal on the way there, which is like super greedy. Like here I have two options. Either I go to the center with my comm, get more metal and let him have like whatever he has on the right. Or I go to the right, build metal there, deny his current proxy, like destroy them, which is very big. And then maybe he will have units in the center to contest the factor I just built, which is like not that big of a deal. And so by delaying my comm this much, he will have like 2 proxies, and like obviously because he's a silver, he's just gonna spam grants even though he has no clue. Like this is like silver POV. You have no idea what you're doing, but somehow the most stupid strategy you're going for is like the exact hyper precise optimal answer to whatever super niche strategy your opponent is doing. Like here, I know he has 2 factories with my comm. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some metal so he has time to finish his factory, and so I will just delete it with my comm whenever it's ready, and that will be like just that much bigger of a loss for him. When I arrive, the bro has only grants and only infernos, which is like the most optimal response to a comm walk in this situation, right? And he could have boombots, but like if I pay attention, I just uber cannon them. Like if I just had like 1 vehicle factory in my base, he would just lose all his shit because he only has infernos. Like what's the bigger picture here? I don't know. You'll see it shortly. Here I have the, yeah, like look at this. Bro, Renz. And like he's running away from me, which is super annoying and super stupid because I was like, oh, I'm gonna catch up, but I forgot that like even grants are faster than the comm. Somehow I forgot it. And now I'm taking like shit ton of damage because like grants hit like trucks. And now I just realized, oh, I can just get 1 narwhal in my base and it will like deny his entire pressure from this grand army. Also I have a Leviathan and I can start building kaiju, so like this was a huge waste of time, and I will have to like now like, also this is stupid, like what the fuck. I will have to commit like a huge amount of micro to this comm push, which also is like not great, because like you don't want to be comm walking on T2 timing, and like I'm still doing it because I know this guy is a fucking silver, so he probably, I mean actually it's stupid because I was about to say he probably doesn't have a decent T2 timing, but turns out this guy has like, right now he has both T2s in his base. He's just spamming T2 fast, but if he had like, I don't know, like dropped 2 levelers on my comm, I might have died. If he had dropped like 2 blue hawks near my comm, I might have died. Actually, maybe not with the new blue hawk damage, but like this is, yeah, don't do it. Don't do this, you know, kids. Don't comm walk at 9:30 past landing. Like honestly, I think the big mistake was like going center with the commander instead of going immediately towards his proxy. Or I could have just kept going center with my comm And like actually, if you see like where this small mountain is near my calm, I could have posted like one orca there, and he would have completely gatekeeped any units from reaching my base. So that might have been an interesting option. But I just decided to go for some random stuff. Here I'm still using my air to like make sure he doesn't like send a bunch of bots or like to spot any T2 units. Here for some reason he just like, okay, like what the fuck. And yeah, so now that I have one Leviathan and one Typhoon going for his base, like we can see in the picture-in-picture, I'm hitting his energy. Now that that's done, I can just spam kaijus and take back control of the mainland. Another hilarious thing, this guy did only gillies with his bulk factory, which is just so bad. But again, turns out it's like such an optimal response in this situation. Because he's going to like one-shot my Typhoon or something. And also I'm going to go for T2 air after this. And gillies are like very good because you can like target down an angel, etc. Like, okay, like whatever. This guy has an entire gilly army in his base. I just realized it after the game, like I won't ever notice it, but yeah. That's how silver goes. Oh, and he has like 7 shellers also, which is why I lost like 4k metal of T1 naval. Yeah. XD. He also like ran like 3 T2 vehicles fabs into this kaiju army. And almost like died to his count, because like I don't know, like very often when I'm calm walking, people will like also calm walk because like maybe they feel like they have to do it. I don't know, it's very strange, very stupid. So yeah, now at this point, this is like, okay, this is usually a situation where when you're like, oh, okay, it's over, I won, right? I have a Typhoon in his base. Also like, oh my god, man, the water depth is just so hard to spot. My comm almost died, and so now I'm just gonna repair it and get like a bunch of AA next to him, and it should be fine. Like, I don't think this guy has any idea how he could snipe my comm in this situation. But like, yeah, somehow, also like, what the fuck, somehow this guy built his entire base away from the shorelines. Usually like people still build some naval, but like now I realize all his energy is very deep onto the mainland, which means it will be unreachable for like, look at this Gilly army, like what the fuck, who builds this? Yeah, I realized how far away his shit is, and I'm like, oh fuck, I should have brought my Leviathan with, which I had kept in my base on purpose to defend from T2 raids. I guess now that I have kaijus, it just doesn't matter anymore, but it will take like forever for this guy to reach anyways. Also, I should have started building T2 metal maybe a little sooner. And other mistake I made is like pushing for the center with this kaiju army when I should have just like went for his stuff that's at the right. Because like whenever you push with like a T2 push, obviously, because like with T1 push you're not really gonna do much in most situations. Whenever you get a T2 push, you always have to wonder, can I do considerable damage to his base? If yes, you have to wonder, am I close enough to his base? Because if you have enough army, but you're so far away that by the time you arrive, he will have like twice your unit amount, then it doesn't really count. But if you have to wonder if you're close enough and if you have enough unit advantage to do considerable damage, and your priority target should always be either the energy or the enemy T2 or the calm, I guess. But what can often happen is like you target the calm, then he survives with like 10% HP, and then you lost your army and he can bounce back with another unit lead. And then if no, so if you don't have enough units to do considerable damage to his base, which is the situation you should be in most time, and it's important to recognize it, then you should try to attack his economy, which is like, I'm referring to the situation like 1 minute earlier, like when I was pushing my kaijus, which I ended up losing to like nothing. Like you see on the picture-in-picture, that's where they died, and they denied nothing. After killing the 4 mechs in the center, they denied nothing. And what I should have done is rotated to the center, because also kaijus are hover, so I could have just crossed through the water and attack his econ that's on both sides of the map, which would have been the correct answer, which is what I'm doing on one side, but it means he still has a bunch of econ on the other side, which is the side I was pushing with my comm earlier. And he will have like this econ for the entire game, untouched. So yeah, even Ubers make stupid mistakes. Yeah, at this point, I was like, yeah, T2 Air, it should have been like a good second T2 choice, but it turns out it's pretty bad. Because usually with T2 Air, you want to like do big damage to the guy's econ. But turns out this guy doesn't have like a lot of spread out mexes. So also you do T2 Air because like they're the most optimal counter to enemy T2 Naval if you also have T2 Naval yourself. But this guy just didn't build T2 Naval. So me going second T2 Air was actually a mistake, because it could have still given him the opportunity to get a teleporter rush, and I wouldn't have a lot of T2 units in my base to respond. I mean, actually it's fine, because I have like T2 Naval shit coming out of my factory, but it was still suboptimal. Yeah, so here you can like see his weird builds. You can see I'm getting confused because he has like both T2s when I only have one, and I'm like, huh, was I really that far behind? Also, this guy has 23k power, even though he just lost 3, so it's like he had like 25k power, which is more than double the amount I had. What the fuck, man? What are you gonna do with that many power? So here we can see his build. Yeah, and I was like, why is this guy not floating with 25k power? He just built a shit ton of storages. So, guys, don't do this. You have to, yeah, I don't know, there's so many things wrong. Like, this guy's spamming turrets in his base. Like, why would you spam turrets in your base? Like, your comm is basically a giant turret. You just waste so much time and so much metal. Why would you build storage? Because, like, if you build storage, it probably means you're doing it because you're floating. And you building storage will not fix your economy. Like, you feel like it fixes your economy, but it doesn't, because at the end of the day, you just store all the metal you can't use. Like, if you're floating, it just means you don't have a decent unit production rate. And you're just like, oh, well, I'm just gonna store this metal. What are you gonna do with it? You have to use it. That's what you have to do. Don't build storage. Fix your recon. Build more factories. Balance your power, your metal, your fabs, and your factories. Okay, guys? That's how you play PA. Alright, hope you enjoyed. See you.